the country into a brighter future. And that brings us to our topic for today, the youthful vanguard and Nigeria at 64. Join me very much quickly while we unpack on this conversation with Ambassador Ahmad Abubakar. Welcome back to this very exciting episode of Youth Hub, where we'll be unpacking Nigeria at 64. So, Ambassador Ahmad, do you really think we've gained independence? Do you think we really have at 64? I mean, as a 64-year-old man, I know you're not up to 64, but let's picture Nigeria as a 64-year-old man. Do you think we've gained that independence?
Yes. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Ambassador Ahmad Abubakar. I'm the founder of Make Life Better Foundation, CEO Limative Group, also a political analyst. So, honestly, yes, I feel like we've regained independence. Growing up, I've lived in a way of freedom, I would say. Growing up, I never had any restriction. You know, we never had any restriction in general.
Restriction in family or based on the nation?
Based on the nation.
Nation, okay.
You know, there was no any rule. There was no, not like there were no rules, but there was freedom.
There was freedom,
so
yes.
We were moving freely, freedom of speech, freedom of whatever, like a lot of them. So I believe that, you know, we have gained very good progress in terms of freedom, and you can see how people are expressing themselves, you know, via different ways, you know, through their actions, through their platforms, and through their words. So we've gained freedom, and I believe that this is we've really came a long way. So yes, we have gained freedom.
Yeah, well, I must agree with you, but even if I won't agree totally, I might have some other things to say, but let's move ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so in the past 64 years, how have young people shaped key moments in Nigeria's political and social landscape?
Well, honestly speaking, the youth are really taking over. To be specific, they are putting all efforts to make sure that, you know, they are included, you know, in the system. You know, as we can see, like it started way before now, but I feel like they are more dominant
right now in the current
administration now compared to, you know, a couple of years ago. We've had people that have become speakers at a very young age. We have Honorable Bankole. You know, at that time he was a speaker, so you can see, and he was the youngest. He's the youngest speaker in history. So I believe, you know, it's all started from that time. So now when we have people, member House of Representative, Honorable Bello Erufai, Honorable Ibrahim, Honorable Yankee, you know, a lot of them, they are here doing amazingly well. And I'm also going to talk about myself,
of course,
you know, and what we are doing. So I feel like, you know, a lot of youth have really, you know, been doing the most in making sure the country is in a better state, and, you know, being inclusive in decision making, in policy making, and in social activities at the same time. Because if you go out there, you will see that there are a lot of organizations. Every day new organizations are coming in. We want to do this, this is our goal, this is our mission, this is our that. So the youth are really doing amazing work, and I'm really proud to be a youth of Nigeria, and I'm also proud of all the youth that are contributing their quota to the country, and in the best way they can, even though, you know, there are some
little obstructions and all of that.
Alhamdulillah, they are doing very well, and I believe that if we are being given the room and the more opportunity to dominate, you know, these key areas or specific areas, we are going to do much better, because one, the youth is agile, the youth is proactive, the youth is aware and alert, you know, the youth is willing to put in the work, the youth is self-centered, like in the sense that he knows what he wants
and goes for it.
And he goes for it. And most of our youth now play the long-term goals than the short-term goals.
Yes.
They are not
sustainable goals.
Yeah, yes, they are not playing this thing because they want to achieve it now. No, they are looking at the long run, and this is how it's supposed to be. So I feel like our youth are doing immensely well, and I'm proud of them, and they are doing amazing. Yes.
So is it safe to say, in your opinion, that we can entrust this next generation, or this our generation, to take Nigeria to a better standard, or to govern, or to take the place of our fathers?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, we have already dominated almost all the areas I'm talking about. Last 2 weeks, I was in when I flagged off my foundation training in Bida. By the way, yes, we flagged off our training in Bida, ICT training. We signed an MOU with HODP,
Congratulations.
and it went really very well. So part of the guests that the Emir invited, there was a very young king there.
Oh.
Yes. He was very young, and he was sitting on the same chair with his elders, and he's a king, and they gave him the respect.
Wow.
So not to even talk about the political aspect now, look at the traditional aspect.
Yeah.
We have young monarchs. I have at least 5 friends that are monarchs.
You know, in the olden days, they didn't think that was common.
That was common.
Yes, in the past.
Yes, but now, looking at from the traditional, I'm just bringing from the traditional
aspect, yeah.
aspect. We have kings, even women. Yes, I have a friend, she's a lady and she's a monarch. Yes. So, from that aspect, when you come to the political aspect, they are there. I believe I'll make an insight with Honorable Yankee, my friend. I believe the person that was there before him might maybe not be of his age, but he's there and he's doing very well. You know, when you come to the legislative aspect, that's the federal level, they are there.
Everywhere.
They are everywhere.
So the youth are taking over.
When you go to the presidential villa, they are
They're there.
there. So, honestly speaking, the youth, I would even say the youth are now getting to 60% to 70%.
And they're getting more recognition.
Yes, and they are getting more recognition, and they are doing the most. They are doing the most. So we have them, and they are doing very well. Even in the business aspect now, we have young CEOs that are coming up, you know, building companies and doing very well, very extremely well. So the youth are doing well. Yes, as far as I'm concerned, in all areas and all aspects of life, yes, we are doing well.
So historically,
Yeah.
Nigeria has seen young leaders
Yes.
at the helm,
Yes.
especially shortly after our independence.
Yes.
That was 64 years ago.
Yes.
What has changed in the political, environment that makes it harder for young people to take leadership roles today?
Come again, sorry.
I said, we have seen in the past 64 years,
Yes.
that we were in the forefront, we had the helm. What has changed in the political environment that has made it harder for us to get to the 100%? You mentioned 60%.
Yes.
What has made it harder for us to?
So you see, the thing is, in every aspect of life, there is hierarchy.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
And before we came in, or we come in,
There were people
there
before
were
us.
people there before. And these people have probably also, in their time, played the long time game. And that is why they are still there. But believe you me, as it's going on, they might not really be there for that period of time.
Yes.
Because it's a dynamic situation. It comes
revolves.
and it evolves.
Yeah.
So, and for what has changed is, for me, they've been inclusiveness. And they've also been a better understanding between the youth and the elders. The elders are now understanding that, okay,
We need these children. We need to bring them, because there was this problem of inclusivity
yes,
for
there
a
was
very
that
long
problem.
time.
And you see, that problem is not just Nigerian problem. No, it's a problem of Africa.
But why, these people, they trained us.
that's what I'm saying.
Why are they not giving us chance to showcase, just like teaching us and not giving us exams?
It's an African mentality. I would say, while growing up, I have never had the opportunity to discuss with my father maybe for 5 hours, but I'm doing it now.
Oh.
Yes, my dad and I
What changed?
Because we are different.
Are they beginning to see us like we are responsible now?
Okay, the thing is, no. Yes, that, but we started way better than them. Yes, yes, we got more aware than them compared to when they were younger. We are far 10 times ahead than our parents. The
At this
knowledge-
age,
yes, at
compared
this
to
age,
them.
Yes, I mean, we have people. I mean, it's obvious because the world has changed. When you talk about
So many things have come in that they don't even know how to go
so
about.
sometimes they see that in us and they just tend to accept that this person has arrived. So let me.
Because I always feel like they know too much all the time more than us.
No.
Daddy, let me do this. No. Do it this way. No.
You just go to school, but now they will actually do. Believe that no.
They take advices from us too, because before you dare not even advise your dad. Who are you?
I'm telling you, it's really tough. So a lot of things have changed. Yes. A lot of things have changed, yes.
Okay, so there's been lots of arguments. Many argue that youth lack the experience needed for leadership. I don't know if you've seen that, you've heard that. How can leaders balance the energy and innovation we bring and the wisdom we can required for governance?
Okay. It's a two-way thing. For me, leadership is a gift. And at the same time, you can acquire the knowledge and implement. So what I'm saying is, naturally, there are some people that God has bestowed them and blessed them with leadership.
Spirit of leadership.
That spirit of leadership. And there are some people that, seeked for the knowledge and they are trying to implement
that's mentorship,
that knowledge. So I don't think there is any problem with the youth. In fact, if we don't make the mistake, how are we going to know and how are we going to learn? So people are just being, just using those terms to just maybe blackmail us, but we know that
we are capable.
Sorry to use the word like blackmail,
but actually,
but we are
it's what it is.
Yes, we are capable, we are knowledgeable, we are aware, when we are proactive, and we are hardworking. So that is leadership for you. There is nothing like they don't have the capacity. Some of them just don't want us to be there, in a way.
But what's the reason?
I don't know, because that's what I'm saying. Like, you see, politics is a two-way thing as well. There is short-term politics and there is long-term politics.
Okay.
So you have to look at it from different aspects. But as far as I'm concerned, the youth are capable and the youth, are doing better, and we are always willing to do better. I have different mentors from different walks of life. When you talk about business, when you talk about entrepreneurship, when you talk about Islam, religion. When you talk about politics, when you talk about humanitarian, I have mentors in different aspects. And why? Because we are tapping, you need to have that knowledge in different aspects because it's far beyond just you being a leader.
Now talk about this mentorship and godfatherism of a thing. I think it's also a hindrance, or it's also something, there's a little bit of nepotism or favoritism when it comes to that whole mentorship and godfatherism. It feels like the door is not open to people who do not have godfathers or who are being mentored in governance. And I think this has come way back for the past 64 years.
Okay, we are breaking the barriers already. Yes, I'll bring you a very good insight from my state.
Okay.
Yes. Our current governor single-handedly became the governor with support of the people.
No godfather.
No godfather.
Whatsoever.
And he claims it that, okay, God made me who I am. He gave me this position. But, I mean, there are some people that would definitely supported him in any way, just endorsing him, let me say, endorsing him. So, you can look at someone like him. Niger State has always been that state of godfatherism.
Oh, really?
Yeah, something like that, But that barrier
has been breached.
Has been
Yeah.
breached. So, and honestly, to me, godfatherism and mentorship are the same thing.
Yeah.
So, your mentor is a godfather.
But you know, we have this idea of godfather is someone your dad brought or your mom brought. Oh, these are the people that, you know, religion kind of thing, baptism for Christians. I don't know what Islam's call that. Or this is your godfather, or because they have a good relationship or good standing, long family
So
relationship.
what happens is that every father wants a good for his child.
Yeah.
Even a poor man today, or let me say, even a normal father today that is nobody would definitely want his or her, his son or her, or his daughter to, you know, to be mentored by someone who he entrusts that, okay, this person can actually build my son or my daughter to a certain level and she's going to be good.
Okay.
So that is the mistake people are having. And yes, when you are being...
Do you think it's a mistake because
that is a
these
perception.
people bring their people into politics or give them sometimes position that they might not even be ready for?
Yes, you know, because they need to bring them close to them.
Okay.
Do you understand? They need them close. And the truth about it is, if you don't bring them close, who are you going to bring close? I'm not talking from as if, you know, I'm just being like Ahmed. I'm just being the...
Are you sure you're just being Ahmed?
Yes, yeah, I'm just being a normal me, right?
Okay.
It's the same thing, like even you would want tomorrow to have a daughter that will become a TV broadcaster.
Okay.
Right? And then definitely moving forward, you might want to her to, you know, or your son to have a mentor.
That is
put that
into...
person through.
Okay, I might just agree with
So
that.
this is like, it's a normal, you know, Nigerians are very sentimental.
No, that's what I was waiting for.
You know, Nigerians are very sentimental. They give meaning to the littlest.
Everything, yes.
They give meaning to littlest. And we don't think, sorry to say, we don't think like, oh, let me think as a normal person. Let me think as a, you know, we just think as Nigerians.
Because we are Nigerians.
You understand?
But we are Nigerians. What can we do?
But when you stay and think about it, it's something that happens on a regular.
Right.
Even typical example, why do sometimes parents take their children for almajiri? It's mentorship now. I mean, you don't know.
Ah.
Yes. Okay. Most of these parents are not taking their children to go and beg. They are only taking their children to go and acquire knowledge from people they entrust. It's now those people that they entrust that make them to go and beg.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Is that what is going on there?
I mean, like, it is, I'm just giving you that perception. That's...
No, but that's just pointed like there was a flashlight there. Like, I didn't know that.
I mean, why would a father, a thinking father, just take his child to go and be begging on the streets? I don't think, for me, it's my opinion. You understand? It's beyond all of these things. It's just the situation and then sometimes, you know, they are too much. They might not really be able to cater for all of them, and maybe the person can willingly go out there and fetch for food to put in the stomach.
Yes.
So, but the sole reason of why you see Almajiri is someone that seeks for knowledge, and that is what they are known for.
Is that the meaning of Almajiri?
Yes, they go to Islamia, they sit down with their malam, they read for a certain period of time, and they go. That is
what it's supposed to be. That's standard.
That is the standard. So anything that now happens beyond that, then it's probably influence, or it's probably the situation,
or the population.
So you see, I'm just bringing you an insight of, and even in that space, the person who they take them to is their godfather. So you can see the perception people are having about godfatherism. It's not really something that I know I want this person to be there. No. It's an open field.
Okay.
Yes, and that's why I believe really in politics. Politics is a battle of yourself. if you know you are capable, go and fight.
If you know you have that spirit
Yes,
of leadership,
yes,
like you mentioned.
Yes, if you have that spirit, if you know you have, see, politics is capacity.
And it's not a very easy thing, though.
Yes,
People just think politics is just about the money.
No,
It's a lot.
The capacity in politics is the people that you have, people that will vote you. Do you have the masses? Do you have the numbers? Then all this money, all these things, they come after.
Right. You must have the people. Must have the voice of the people
grassroots.
first.
Yes, you must have the voice of the people. That is your capacity.
That's your mandate.
Yes, that is your mandate. So it's not about, if no matter what Godfather will do, if people don't want to, they won't vote you now. It's not the Godfather that will tell INEC to go and change the name. No.
Right.
It's the people.
Yes.
So I want us to believe in this aspect that this is how it is.
It runs. This is
Yes.
how it runs. I know that you're enjoying this conversation with with Ambassador Ahmad. But you know what? Just come back shortly after this break, and we have more interesting things to unpack on this conversation. Welcome back from that break. So, Ambassador Ahmad, finally let's conclude, because I'm enjoying this conversation, and with the way I'm enjoying it, I might not finish today.
I think I would suggest you start a live session.
Right?
Yeah, on Instagram. So you, I think
On Instagram, so that.
Yes.
Okay, you just heard that, and we're coming live. We're coming on Instagram. So quickly before we wrap up here, as Nigeria celebrates its 64th anniversary, what lessons from the past can young people take as they prepare to lead the country into the next phase of development?
Well, that's very strong. I think for me, when you look at our parents, our leaders, they are very committed to their calling, and they are loyal to each other. Regarding, despite the fact that they are from different parties,
Yes.
that friendship
Still stands.
remains there.
Remains there, yeah.
You don't know what happens behind.
Is what we don't see,
What
and we don't
see.
know.
Exactly. So I will urge our youth, to be more committed to their relationship with people. Because these days, it's different thing, small thing can just happen, someone will just start blabbing around.
Yeah, some
I
blackmailing.
don't even talk to you anymore.
It's not nice, though.
Recently, Atiku was in Maiduguri. The person next to him was Kashim Shettima. And they still greeted.
And they talked, they laughed. I mean, why not?
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep, actually. It's not that deep.
Politics is not that deep. Leadership is not that deep. So we need to know how to leverage on our relationship. We need to know how to hold on each other. We need to be accountable, and we need to be conscious. It's very, very important, because when you are conscious, that is when you'll be able to know and understand what is going on in the grassroots. That is with the people you are leading.
You're leading, yes.
When you are in touch with them, don't just get to that position and then
you forget about everything, how long you've come.
Once that happens, that means your conscience is not there.
Yes.
You have a primary goal. You have a goal more than you being there for the people.
Yes. Yeah.
So we need to, have that conscience. We need to build confidence. We need to be accountable, for our actions. We need to communicate better.
Much emphasis on accountability.
Yes, accountability is very important, because that is what is getting to the topic of, the country now. Accountability, propaganda.
Most people don't want to take accountability for their actions.
It's very important we take account for our actions and fulfilling our promises.
Yes, exactly.
And, taking what is ours and leaving what is not ours. It's very important. What is not yours, leave it. What is yours, take it. Simple.
Gaskiya.
Gaskiya. So it's not somewhere, it's not leadership, it's not where you get the opportunity to consume for yourself.
And not think about others.
And not think about others. So we need to emulate accountability.
Yes.
And then we need to know, we need to get in touch with our people, and we need to also do better as
Do better.
individuals,
As individuals,
and
yeah.
also develop our communities, and also empower, because you can't keep giving someone fish. Teach people.
Yes, please.
We need to teach.
We need these empowerments.
We need empowerment. Give people that independence. So give them that independence. Oh, okay, take this and be on your own. You'll be happy to see their business or whatever they
doing well,
flourish. So let's be a beacon of hope to each other and support. And like I said, it's not deep.
It's not that deep. All right, thank you so much, Ambassador Ahmad, for coming, because this was a really so much relief for me. I've been thinking Nigeria at 64, what have we been able to do, but you just broke it down, and I'm beginning to see hope and know that together we can make a better Nigeria, inshallah. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of Youth Hub. I am your host, Hosanna Crafo. Bye for now.